Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 20. So we went over the off-season recap. It is time to get into opening day in Houston against the Astros and their new acquisition, Noah Syndergaard. If you're excited for that, make sure you drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up on all the action. Do it for the love of franchise content because that is all we do here. We can definitely build a winner together. We are here in Minute Maid Park on opening day. Noah Syndergaard, 33 starts last year. He only went 12-12, but run support is a thing. But he did have a 4.05 ERA. He hasn't actually pitched really well in this franchise at all. And right away, leading off, Ritchie Mcgowan, former #1 overall pick for our Detroit Tigers in the Season 1 draft. He ends up getting on base. Then Kendall Brown going to ground out. That is a nice double play attempt, but the throw over to first was bad, so that is going to leave Kendall Brown on first base for Frankie Lindor, the big offseason signing. He's going to swing through that one. Nice strikeout for Noah Syndergaard, and then the chance here for Trey Mancini. That's going to land in to center field, so 2 on base with 2 away in the first inning. And the chance goes to Jonathan Schoop, and that is a great play over at shortstop to end the threat in the top of the first. That will bring onto the mound Carlos Martinez, another big signing for our Detroit Tigers this offseason. He was also 12-12 last year, but he had a 3.59 ERA. He's having some trouble here in the first inning with just 1 away, 2 on after that hit. That is going to bring up Smith, and Dominic Smith goes down swinging. Their bases are bombed with 2 outs, and he is going to walk in a run in his first inning pitching ever for the Detroit Tigers. So here's James. Jones is going to swing through. He will strike out. Carlos Martinez gets out of it after walking in a run. Here's Kendall Brown, and he's got one going into right field. That one's back to the wall and gone. Just over the wall for Kendall Brown, a solo shot off of Noah Syndergaard, making it 1-1. And then Jonathan Schoop going to swing through that one in the top of the third. Now in the bottom of the third, Carlos Martinez, he gets this one to ground over to third base, starts the double play around the horn. Now we go to the bottom of the fifth with 1 on base. Schoop, nice job stopping that one. But unfortunately, doesn't really help. We got runners on the corners here. That one's going to be an out, but we're going to end up giving up the run. So 2-1, Astros leading it with 2 away. Dom Smith swinging through again. Another nice strikeout for Carlos Martinez, but 1 run surrendered. Here's Jonathan Schoop. He hits one deep to right field. It is out of here. A 2-run blast for Jonathan Schoop, and obviously, he was one of our biggest players last year, and he comes back here on opening day and proving, hey, you may have signed Frankie Lindor, but I am still huge here in this organization. Hits the 2-run shot here. First homer of the year, obviously, and hopefully many more for Jonathan Schoop. 3-2 lead for the Tigers. Emmanuel Clase coming into the game now. Last year he had a 7-3 record with a 3.52 ERA and 1.39 whip in his appearances. We're hoping he can improve upon that even. Here's a hit, and that one deep into the depths of Minute Maid Park for a double. Leadoff double in the bottom of the 8th. So now with that runner on, he gets the strikeout here. That is a good way to move about your inning. So the first out of the inning comes by way of strikeout. Now with 2 outs, this one dribbled over to second, and Schoop will take care of it. So Clase, a little dicey there, but he gets through it. And then Jake Rogers just slamming a bomb out to left. There's a nice solo shot in the top of the 9th inning, providing the Tigers with a little insurance for Corey Knievel to come to the mound. A 5-2 record in his season last year with a 3.28 ERA. So he comes up first batter, going to shortly shallow fly to Jonathan Schoop at second for the first out of the 9th. Now Jose Altuve going to take the knuckle curve for strike 3. Knievel, big strikeout there. Now on the full count, to Michael Brantley. This is going to be a shallow fly to first base, and that will end the ball game. Lindor and Scope. Scope shunning Lindor a little bit on the "you're too slow" for the high five. Jake Rogers ends up being the player of the game. 2 for 4 with a solo shot and a double in this one. I don't know if Rogers was necessarily the player of the game. I think you got to go Scope here. He basically hit the game-winning home run. But, you know, game does what it does. Syndergaard takes the loss. Good to see. We'll go into some managing here for the rest of the series. See how the rest of the opening series goes. As you can see, look at this. Not going well in the first. But we only give up 1 run on that bases-loaded situation. Matthew Boyd, though, gives up a 3-run shot to Michael Brantley. Giving up more runs. It's a 4 spot already in the second. We're going to bring in Tariq Skubal, see what he can do. We have 2 guys on. Now corner sack fly brings home a run. It's 5-1. That's not terrible. Then we get a solo shot from Crone to make it 5-2. Not bad. Single. Kendall Brown hitting a homer. There is Lindor with a 2-run shot, making it 5-5. Then they get a 2-run home run by Michael Brantley to make it 7-5. They're on top. Skubal still pitching. We're going to take him out, put in Phil Matone. He gives up the run anyways. 8-5 is what we got. Then Matone gives up a 2-run shot to Yordan Alvarez. And then another run later on, making it 11-5. There's just no winning in this one at this point. We would have to score 6 runs in this inning, and it's not going to happen. Michael Brantley with 2 homers in the game is the player of the game of that one. 2-run shot for Trey Mancini puts us up 2-0 in the first inning. Now, not much going on for the beginning part of the game. We do get a run on a Kendall Brown hit, so that'll make it 3-0. Now we've got a bases-loaded situation. We get a run. We get 2 runs off of Ritchie Mcgowan double. So there we go, 3 runs in the top of the 4th. We give up 2 in the bottom of the 4th, however, making it 6-2. Then a solo shot to Yordan Alvarez makes it 6-3. Milosevic, you've done what you can. We're bringing in David Robertson. Robertson doing a good job to continue on, but he gives up 2 base runners here. Jimenez comes in, gets us out of that. Crone is on. He will score on a Ritchie Mcgowan double. And now we bring in Eble Knievel, even though we don't really need him. It's not really a save opportunity, but we shut it down anyway. So now we go into the next game of this set, which is the 4th game, a chance to win this series or take a split. We take 3 runs, then 2 more. Make it 5-0 on a Tommy Pace 2-run shot. He was just filling in for some players here. And Daniel Norris on the mound doing an amazing job as he gets through 5 scoreless innings. Great to see Daniel Norris doing what he did. He gets runners on the corners there, and he gets out of it. So you love seeing how Daniel Norris is playing early on this season. You know we brought him back for 2 years, $14 million. Alex Bregman hits a solo shot in the bottom of the 9th, but it doesn't matter. Daniel Norris goes the distance. 9 innings pitched, only 7 hits given up. Great job by Norris, and we start off 3-1 in a 4-game set against the Astros. Guess who else is 3-1? The LA Angels, and we're on the road still. Here in Anaheim at Angels Stadium of Anaheim, both teams 3-1. We know the LA Angels are absolutely stacked. Jose Suarez will be pitching for them. Both teams have their 5th starters on the mound, but for us, we have Casey Mize. Travis d'Arnaud comes up. He's going to hit one over to 3rd. That is going to be the final out of the top of the 1st. There's our boy, Casey Mize. He had a 6-6 record in his 15 starts last year, but, you know, run support's a thing. 3.31 ERA was not terrible. We're hoping he can improve upon that as he gives up 1 right up the middle there to put 2 on with 1 away in the bottom of the 1st. Mike Trout now. He's going to hit one over to 2nd, start a double play chance, and we will complete the double play opportunity to get out of the 1st inning. So a little trouble there for Mize, but we get out of it. Now top of the 2nd, Kendall Brown laces one into left center field. That is an absolute double. In fact, he could maybe try for 3. He is going to, and then he's going to stop. And this is going to be a rundown that is tough to get out of in the majors, and he will finally be tagged out. So, just getting a little too aggressive there on the double. Probably just should have stuck with the double. Here's Tommy Pace in the top of the 3rd with 2 away. He hits one down the left field line. That is a brilliant double opportunity. He will hit a 2-out double. So a chance for a little 2-out rally to possibly take the lead if Francisco Lindor can do something. And he gets the single into left. Tommy Pace coming home with the speed. He will get there, and we take a 1-0 lead. Lindor, good to see him contributing early this season. Mize going to walk Mike Trout here. Bases are loaded with 1 out. A little bit dangerous. Here's Corey Dickerson. He hits one up the middle. Good piece of hitting by a professional hitter like Corey Dickerson. This one's thrown really well to the plate, but Fletcher is safe as well as Simmons. 2 runs for the Angels. They take a 2-1 lead. Still bottom of the third. Upton's going to go down swinging. So Casey Mize gets his second strikeout of the ball game, and then his third. Look at that. 2 and 3 come in a row for Casey Mize, and we move on. Now top of the fourth. There's Nico Goodrem. He gets one to go through. He will pick up an RBI and tie the ball game at 2. Shed Long now, still top 4 with 1 away. Shed Long gets a hit. We now have bases loaded, just 1 away for Ritchie Mcgowan. And Mcgowan, unfortunately, hits the double play ball, and they will get him. Can't believe that he can't beat that out. Frankie Lindor comes up on a 3-2 count with 1 away. They have some trouble, and he is safe at first, so that could start off a little something. Fletcher took a nasty shot that time on his shin bone, and Hernan Perez will now come into play second base for the Angels the rest of the way. Travis d'Arnaud comes up, and Lindor getting to first was huge because this becomes a 2-run shot. The catcher's hitting home runs in this episode. Jake Rogers before with the insurance run in the 9th, and now look at this. Travis d'Arnaud with a 2-run shot. They're going to bring in Keenan Middleton, who's pitched 2 games so far this season. Trey Mancini chasing. Ugly swing on that one in the top of the 7th. Justin Anderson coming in for the Angels now. He's pitched 2 games to an 18 ERA, not having a great start to his year. Nelson Barreto, though, will chase and help him out a little bit to end the top of the 8th inning. So Seranthony Dominguez coming in. Last year he pitched in 55 games to a 2-4 record, but record, again, doesn't say everything. Here's the hit on Anthony Rendon just going down nasty, trying to get a hit, but he swings right through. Corey Knievel coming in now. He's 1-1 in his save opportunities. He is trying to get another one. He gets a strikeout of Justin Upton for the first out of the bottom of the 9th. And Andrelton Simmons comes up with 2 on and 2 away. That one's dribbled over to second, thrown on to first, and your Detroit Tigers win the first game of the set against the LA Angels as well. Knievel, another nice save for him. He's 2 for 2 in save opportunities. And again, a catcher is player of the game, Travis d'Arnaud, but he does deserve it. The 2-run blast and a 3 for 4 day for him was big. Casey Mize pitched very well in his first outing of the year. He got himself out of some big jams. Suarez did not pitch well for the Angels. Nelson Barreto, unfortunately, has contracted a case of the flu, so the doctor's saying he should not play in this game coming up, so he will take a rest. Nico Goodrem will play third base. And as you can see early on, we had some threat there, but we could not get any runs across the plate. So, a 0-0 pitcher duel going on right now between Shohei Ohtani and Carlos Martinez. Jonathan Scope was 90 feet away, but we couldn't bring him in, and Mike Trout hits the solo shot. So, 1-0 at this point. Tommy Pace was on second. We strand him. Ohtani still trying to pitch well. He had 2 on there. He gets out of the jam. Then a solo shot for Nico Goodrem will tie it up, so the playing of Nico Goodrem works out for us. Carlos Martinez unfortunately gives up 2 runs in the 7th before we can take him out. And it's 3-1 at this point. We do get out of that one. Dave Robertson gets us through the 8th inning as well, but we can't get any runs in the 9th. And Nelson Barreto will be out for a few days with the flu. So Mike Trout hits his solo shot, and he's the player of the game in that one. So series tied up at 1. This is the rubber game, and right away, oh my goodness, Matthew Boyd, you did this last time. He gave up 3 runs in that inning. We're going to try to stick with him, see what he can do here. but he gives up 3 more runs, now 4, now 5 in the third. It's just an onslaught against Matthew Boyd. So we're bringing in Tarik Skubal again. We're going Boyd to Skubal, the long relief man. There's a 2-run blast for Mike Trout. It's 10-1, now 10-2. We get a couple runs there in the top of the 6th. But 10 runs from the Angels is going to be tough to overcome. There's 2 more runs, but it's still 10-4, and we're running out of time. A double for Nico Goodrem, a 2-run shot for Tommy Pace. Just makes it a little less hurtful at 10-6. But Mike Trout, again, player of the game. Matthew Boyd has started his season, 2 games started. He's 0-1. He's only pitched 4 innings in his 2 games and given up 13 runs on 14 hits with a 29.25 ERA and a 5.50 whip. He has been horrible in 2 starts. We cannot have him do it again. So Tarik Skubal will take his spot as the number 2 starter in the rotation, giving us another lefty at least. He will now be the long relief. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section below. He's been absolutely trash. Please drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. We will be back with more Detroit Tigers franchise for you on Saturday. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. For the love of franchise content, that is all we do here. We can build a winner together. Take care, everybody.